Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon. We're going to segue on to what Andy had just so delicately put here. Good evening, Council and Mayor. I would like to take this opportunity to first give a brief summary of the current events of the city's decisions. Since the beginning of the discovery phase of our current litigation against the city has continually ignored our concerns. The city has stalled and denied access to evidence pertaining to the case. It is only through depositions and court orders that the facts have come to light. In May of 2018, the association became aware of the fact that Battalion Chief Michael Thompson had been secretly recording audio and video of department firefighters and keeping secret notes on them, in violation of the Firefighters' Bill of Rights. The city concealed this information for as long as they could, but through a court order, the association was able to obtain it. Then, in early October, City Manager Robert Russi went on television and told the media that as soon as the city knew of the actions of Thompson, they put him on leave. This is not true. The city knew about Thompson since May, and probably before that. And Thompson admitted in his deposition that he had in fact advised the Fire Chief and Battalion Chief Mark Ryan of his doings on multiple occasions. The Fire Chief even appeared in one of the videos made. This leads us to our current developments. After Thompson was put on leave, the association was notified that an investigation into the events would be initiated, and the association would be contacted within 14 days. At the last council meeting, Association President Glaze advised you that it had been 67 days and no contact had been made in accordance with our notification. 67 days. On Saturday, November 3rd, 2 of our members were ordered to appear as witnesses who has no information as to the subject of the investigation or who was conducting it. The letter was signed by the Fire Chief on Thursday, the 1st of November. We found out later that the investigation pertained to the Thompson investigation. This was 90 days after he was put on leave. The notification advised that they were to be interviewed on Sunday, November 4th. They were notified on Saturday, November 3rd, 18 hours prior to the interview that was going to be conducted. The Firefighter Bill of Rights states that we have a right to have representation present. Given that, our attorney was not available on Sunday and with such short notice. At that point, J.R. Reynolds accused Association President Andy Glaze of stalling the interview. Reynolds went as far as to tell President Glaze, and I quote, "We're only doing this because you asked for it." As someone who has given his adult life to serve in this community, I hope and pray that this is not true. I hope and pray that the city is investigating Thompson because it's the right thing to do. Because his conduct was illegal and wrong and downright creepy. Now, since Chief Thompson has been on leave, the city has to pay other battalion chiefs to cover his shifts. That equates to roughly $30,000 a month. $360,000 a year to cover Thompson to sit at home. For a city that is telling the public and its employees that times and finances are tough, does this make any sense? Additionally, Battalion Chief Mark Ryan is retiring in the next week, and Chief Jankowski refuses to hold a promotional exam to replace him. The chief recently told us that he intends to hire from outside the department for an interim battalion chief. The department has never done such a thing. And we have 3 qualified captains that could fill the interim spot immediately. 5 captains in total. The chief's refusal to fill this position undermines public safety and is further retaliation against the association members. Battalion Chiefs Russell and Horion both told Jankowski and City Manager Russi that the department should promote new battalion chiefs from within. Chief Jankowski then yelled at Chief Russell and told him he was colluding with the association in order to get the fire chief's job. It is time for the City Council to lead. When the fire chief refuses to fill crucial positions and has lost the trust of all the sworn personnel in the department, including the battalion chiefs, it is time for a new fire chief. Thank you.
anybody else would like to address under public comment?